Before you marry anybody from your church, watch this. Some people wear holiness like a uniform, but inside them lives a darkness you cannot imagine. If you are watching this, where are you watching from? And don't forget to subscribe, because the story you're about to hear may save your life. In Surulere, Lagos, lived Amarachi Okafor, a 27-year-old choir member known for her angelic voice and pure heart. She was the kind of woman older church mothers pointed at and whispered, "See wife material." She was obedient, respectful, prayerful. Since childhood, her mother had drummed one warning into her ears: "My daughter, marry only from the church. Anything outside church is danger." So Amarachi waited and waited and waited, until one Sunday morning during the revival service, a strange young man walked into the church. He was tall, dark-skinned, handsome, wearing a spotless white kaftan. His eyes were calm, too calm. When he stepped in, the choir stopped singing for a second. Even Pastor Emmanuel paused mid-sermon. Nobody knew him. Nobody had seen him before. Yet he walked straight to the front seat. After service, while people were greeting each other, the stranger approached Amarachi. He smiled. His teeth were perfect. Too perfect. "My name is Brother Daniel," he said, "and heaven just revealed something to me." Amarachi blinked. "Sir, you are my wife," he said with a calmness that chilled her. "What?" she gasped. "No confusion," he said. "Heaven doesn't lie. Our marriage is ordained." Amarachi froze. Before she could respond, he added, "I will visit your home tomorrow. Prepare." Then he walked away. But Amarachi noticed something strange. His shadow moved differently from his body. She blinked. When she looked again, he had disappeared, vanished. That night, she heard a whisper while trying to sleep. "You are mine, my wife," and her nightmare began. Around 2:10 a.m., Amarachi slipped into a terrifying dream. She was standing in a foggy field, cold, silent, empty. Suddenly, a tall figure appeared. Daniel? But not the Daniel she met at church. His eyes glowed white. His body floated above the ground. His voice echoed unnaturally. "Amarachi, you belong to me." The ground beneath her cracked open like an earthquake. Dark hands reached out from the hole, grabbing her feet. She screamed, "Jesus!" Daniel hissed, a deep, beastly growl. "You will not call that name again." But she kept shouting, "Jesus! Jesus!" Thunder exploded. The dream shattered. She woke up screaming. Her mother rushed in. "Mimi, what happened?" Amarachi narrated everything, but her mother shook her head. "Forget that dream. That boy is from church. God finally answered your prayer." "Mommy, something is wrong with him." "Nothing is wrong. The enemy is trying to make you fear your blessing." Her mother refused to listen. That morning, Amarachi's phone buzzed. A message. "Good morning, my wife." She panicked and typed, "How did you get my number?" His reply came instantly. "Heaven gave it to me." Her heart trembled. This was not normal. By evening, Daniel arrived at their home. He didn't knock. He simply appeared at their door. Her mother welcomed him warmly. "Ah, Brother Daniel, good to see you." Daniel barely spoke, but when he did, the house became cold. He stared at Amarachi with intense eyes. "Our wedding will hold in 3 weeks." Amarachi stuttered. 3? What? No need for courtship. Heaven already joined us. Her mother clapped excitedly. "Thank you, Jesus." But Amarachi whispered shakily, "I don't feel comfortable." Daniel turned. His voice dropped. "You don't need to feel. You only need to obey." Amarachi felt her chest tighten. Then something terrifying happened. As Daniel walked out, his shadow stretched across the entire room like a long black snake. Her mother didn't notice, but Amarachi did, and fear gripped her heart. Later that night, the family photo on the wall fell and shattered. No one touched it. No wind, no movement, just crash. Her mother screamed, but Amarachi whispered, "Mommy, this is a sign. Something is wrong." Her mother rolled her eyes. "My friend, rest. Wedding jitters." But Amarachi knew this was not jitters. Something dark had entered their home. At 3 a.m., she had another dream. A circle of men dressed in white, candles, chants. A deep voice said, "Welcome, bride of the circle." She woke up crying. Her phone vibrated. A message from Daniel. "You saw what you needed to see." Her blood ran cold. She never told him about the dream. So how did he know? Her best friend Teniola came to visit the next day. After hearing everything, Teni hissed, "This boy is manipulating you. Something no pure. We must find out who he is." They went to church. No one knew Daniel. Everyone had different stories. "He just joined last week." "No, I've seen him before. He's from Abuja. He's from Ogun. I think he's an angel. I think he's a pastor." Nothing made sense. Pastor Emmanuel called Amarachi aside. "That brother, when I saw him, something in my spirit was troubled. Be careful." For the first time, someone agreed with her. But the battle was only beginning. 3 days later, Daniel returned with 3 men wearing white, just like him. Silent, barefoot, expressionless. Daniel placed a strange carved wooden box on their table. From it, he removed white beads, a red cloth, a black ring, and an ancient-looking book. "These items," he said, "are required for the covenant wedding." Amarachi's mother frowned. "But in our church, we don't use..." Daniel raised his hand. Her mother instantly froze, eyes open, body stiff, body not blinking, not breathing. Amarachi screamed, "Mommy!" Her mother didn't move. Daniel said calmly, "She will wake when I leave. She talks too much." Teni, who had followed secretly, shouted, "Jesus!" Daniel's eyes turned black. "I warned you not to call that name." The lights flickered violently. Chairs rattled. The floor vibrated. Teni grabbed Amarachi. "We must run." They dashed out of the house. But before they escaped, Daniel said in a chilling voice, 3 days remaining." Teni took Amarachi to meet Prophet Ajayi, a humble, quiet man of prayer. The moment he heard Daniel, he became tense. "This is not a human being," he said. "This is a spirit husband, a dark entity from an ancient covenant. He came for your bloodline." Amarachi trembled. "What does he want from me? You are a first daughter. Your ancestors promised their first daughters to a river spirit. Someone broke that vow decades ago. This thing has come to claim you." Amarachi burst into tears. "So I'm doomed?" "No," Prophet Ajayi said, "but the fight is spiritual." That night, they prayed on a hill in Ikorodu. Chants of Daniel echoed everywhere, though he was nowhere to be seen. "You cannot escape. You are mine." At exactly midnight, a cold wind blew through the room. The candles went out. The ground shook. Daniel's voice filled the air. 1 day remaining. The final night of prayers was the most terrifying. Prophet Ajayi placed Amarachi in the middle of a prayer circle. As they prayed, shadows began crawling on the walls. Daniel appeared, not physically, but as a tall, dark shadow with glowing eyes. "Give her to me," the shadow said. Prophet Ajayi shouted scriptures. Daniel screamed in anger. Amarachi's throat tightened. She couldn't breathe. She collapsed to the floor. Daniel whispered directly into her mind, "Say yes, and the pain will stop." She wanted to give up, to end the fear, to let it all go. But with her last strength, she whispered, "Jesus, help me." Light exploded. Daniel shrieked, a cry of pure rage. The shadows burned away. The ground shook violently. Then, silence. Daniel disappeared. Amarachi woke up in a hospital bed. Teni was beside her. Prophet Ajayi was praying quietly. Amarachi whispered, Is he gone?" Prophet Ajayi nodded slowly. Yes, but not forever. These spirits don't die. They wait, they watch, they look for weakness. But for now, you are free. Tani hugged her tightly. Her mother rushed in crying, Mimi, forgive me. I didn't know. I didn't listen. Amarachi held her mother's hand, tears streaming down. I almost married a demon because I didn't trust my spirit. Prophet Ajayi said, let this be a warning. Not everyone in church is from God. Some wear white, some quote the scriptures, some pray loudly. But darkness hides in places you least expect. Amarachi nodded. From that day, she made a vow. Never again will she choose marriage based on pressure, fear, or appearances. She would wait, not for a church boy, but for a man with a clean soul. And she had a message for every woman watching her story. Watch carefully before you marry anybody, even from the church. Ask questions. Pray deeply. Don't ignore red flags. And protect your destiny. Because some people don't want love. They want souls.